Good morning, Idaho. It's just before 7:30 now. I'm Spencer Blake. Police arrested 5 people in connection with last week's shooting in Caldwell. A 17-year-old is still in the hospital and listed in stable condition after being shot last Tuesday. Investigators now tell us the motive for that shooting was robbery. These 2 men and another minor were arrested and face several felony charges. Tanya Maddox is facing aiding and abetting robbery charge. Police picked Carl Fadling up on an unrelated warrant. The Idaho Stampede is no more. The team is headed to its new home in Salt Lake City after 19 seasons of professional basketball in the Treasure Valley. The Utah Jazz relocated the D-League team, and next season they'll be called the Stars. And an effort to ban the refugee center at the College of Southern Idaho has failed. The goal was to make the ban a ballot measure, but supporters failed to get even a fourth of the signatures needed. Each year the center helps relocate about 250 refugees. Danny Beckstrom is going to take a look at the On Your Side forecast. It should be looking up after yesterday. Stick around for 60 more seconds. Tuesday and it's 5 a.m. That means Good Morning Idaho is starting right here on 6 on Your Side. I'm Spencer Blake.
I'm Jillian Garrigues. Really get warm. That's an understatement. It's a heat up, I think.
Interesting. All right, here it comes. Thanks a lot, Danny. Let's get to our top story this morning. Police arrested 5 people in connection with last week's shooting in Caldwell.
A 17-year-old.
Well, some people woke up without any electricity Monday morning. The Ada County Sheriff's Office says nearly 2,000 Idaho Power customers in Kuna were left without power after a driver hit a power pole just before 1:30 in the morning. Bryce Martin Walker is accused of hitting the pole while intoxicated. He faces a couple misdemeanor charges. Here's a look at the damage. Deputies say Walker hit the pole near 10 Mile and Ardell roads after losing control of his truck. Deputies report Walker's blood alcohol content was more than 3 times the legal limit. Idaho Power had to replace that pole and repair the wires. Police in eastern Idaho are searching for suspects after a string of vandalism on Sunday. The Idaho State Journal reports someone broke the windows of multiple businesses and damaged cars on the street at a car dealership. Anyone with information is asked to call the Rigby Police Department.
Hundreds turned out.
Water began snaking through the hundreds of miles of canals in the Treasure Valley yesterday. Those canals are a lifeline for farmers, but they can be deadly to people who get too close. Canals are not for recreation, remember. If you or a child falls in, those banks are steep and the water is cold, and you may not be able to get out or save a loved one in time.
Our guys are always working together in pairs most of the time, but if somebody falls in by themselves, they're going to have a hard time getting out of the canal.
Never ever leave children unattended anywhere near a canal. Head to 6onyourside.com for this story and more information about the Nampa Meridian Irrigation District. Well, the Idaho Stampede is no more. The team is headed now to a new home in Salt Lake City after 19 seasons of professional basketball in the Treasure Valley. The Utah Jazz is relocating the D-League team. Next season they'll be called the Stars. We'll learn more about the Stampede's transition over to Salt Lake City coming up in Morning Sports.
A Native American Presidential Medal of Freedom.
The Keystone Pipeline has apparently sprung a leak. The possible spill was reported Saturday about 4 miles from a pump station in South Dakota. TransCanada, the company that operates the pipeline, says a cleanup is happening now and crews are investigating the cause of the spill. TransCanada says the spill doesn't appear to have any impact on the environment. Here's a warning for people who may have purchased cashews lately. Look in your pantry for one of the 2 companies that have voluntarily recalled products because of shards of glass that might be in them. If you purchased Emerald's 100-calorie packages of roasted and salted cashew halves or Roland Food roasted red pepper strips, you may want to check them. No related injuries have been reported in either of these recalls. Again, these are voluntary ones. Consumers are advised to return the items to wherever you bought them.
California sets the standard on the minimum wage, with Governor Jerry Brown signing the highest minimum salary into law Monday.
But even before the celebrating began, Republicans and business leaders warned it could cost thousands of jobs. Reporter Carlos Granada is in Burbank with details on the law.
Over the next 4 years.
It's 5:16 now, and a fairly normal veterinary procedure has a Treasure Valley family upset about what happened to their dog. But doctors say they only did what the animal needed to be healthy. It's 5:17. Good morning, Idaho.